second application here for you girls. Okay, so some of the tips that I forgot to mention was I learned this by doing it the first time wrong, or I didn't do it wrong, I just burned myself. So you do want to wear a long sleeve shirt and gloves because we're going to be reaching over and the peroxide can get on your arms and burn you. You can buy your peroxide at Sally's. I'm using 50. I think people who are not professionals can buy 40, which that's fine, and your bleach. And then you're going to mix it together till it's a creamy consistency. Let's get started. So you are going to need a towel or a rag or something to wipe your hands off on. You're going to section off the hair. I'm going to take large sections here. So we're just going to section off the hair like this. And pull this up and pin it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to divide the bottom section into two, making sure there's no knots. And we're going to apply the color as so. Just making sure that you really get those ends very, very wet. Remember when you're doing this, you do want to work fast. So I'm going to do stripes as well. And then we're going to repeat this on the other side. And you do want to make sure that your ends are fully saturated. You see when you split the hair, how it didn't get on some of the hair there? That's why you do sections, because if you do like too large of a section or the whole thing at once, you will miss those spots. Okay, you're going to get your comb and comb the end of the hair, making sure that it all goes through nice and even. Now I'm not combing it all the way up yet because I want that to lift. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so I did the same thing to the other side. Now you're going to take your towel, your rag, and wipe all the bleach off your hands because you do need to pull down that next section. Okay, so we're going to pull down the next big section after you've wiped your hands off. We're only going to be doing 3 big sections. So you're going to pull up your whole entire crown area right here. The crown area is what lays and shows more on your face than the other portions of your hair. Okay, so let's do the same thing. So we're going to grab this big section on the side. You can see where the ombre was before. That's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, once again, repeat that same technique. Now, when you get to the sides of the face right here, this is where you really want to kind of determine how far up you want it to show. So do you want it to show here? I actually like it to show a little bit higher. That's why I'm repeating this again. I want it to show a little bit higher. So I'm going to bring it up and then I'm going to stripe it right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it because I want it around my hairline right there. Stripe. Now I don't want the other stripe completely the same height as that. Stripe and stripe. Just like that. Now make sure once again that your ends are completely wet. And we're going to take a brush and run it right through. Make sure that it's completely doused in there. Okay, when this starts lifting, when you notice that the upper portion starts lifting, then at the end, we're going to run the brush through. But I'm going to continue doing this all the way through and come back. I did want to note real quick though, since you're over directing the hair from the back, you probably want to go up a little bit higher than what you think you want to go up, because when you over direct it to the front, when it lays back, it's going to be longer. So the color is not going to be so high. Like I'm putting the color here, for example, and when it goes back, it's going to be longer. Okay, so you do want to take the color from your back sections a little bit higher. So let's continue to the top section. Make sure you wipe all that bleach off your hands once again. And look at this. I would have been totally burned on my arms if I wasn't wearing this shirt. You can see where the bleach touched all over the shirt. Okay, so this is all preference. You want, the way that you wear your hair is the way that you want to highlight it. So I typically wear my hair with a part over here. Actually, I wear my hair all different ways, but the majority of the time I wear my hair with the part over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same technique, but I'm going to bring it up. But when you come to your top section, okay, let me just kind of do my part real quick. When you come to this top section, you want to highlight the part, okay? So you're going to streak it straight down. And obviously, if you can get straighter lines than what I just did right there, that would be better. So let me just do this little section right here first. On the top section is where you want to pay the most attention because this is the most visible part of the hair, like I was mentioning. So I'm going to highlight all of this bottom here and just run it through, kind of work it into the hair. And then I want to bring up these lines, okay? But I wanted this a little bit higher, like I mentioned. So I want the line to be up here. There we go. Making sure that these lines are nice and straight, and it's going to blend lovely throughout the whole thing. So we're going to just continue doing this. Now I do want that color to look gradual. So I'm actually going to just run all these lines on the top real quick. Make sure you do not get bleach in your eye. Now I do have bangs, so what I do is I push my bangs back and then I put the stripes just like that. And then do the rest to the top section. Just like we did with everything else. It looks all like it just caked on right there, but we're gonna fix that and then we're gonna stripe it in so it goes up and it looks more natural. Remember to also comb it through. See, it looked all crazy before, but when you comb it through, it kind of just starts making it all nice and soft, and then it will actually be easier in some ways to make those stripes. I know it looks crazy, but it is going to blend beautifully. So just go in and piece it out. Ooh! So it's lifting. You obviously can see my hair is becoming lighter and lighter. So this is the part where you get your brush and you comb everything together, right? And why am I doing this? Because it's already lifting. So I want that color to be, you see how it gradually goes up a little bit more? So what it's going to do is going to, if it gradually goes up a little bit more, it's going to make those, I'm so tongue-tied. Okay, so this is already light, right? But I'm pushing it up a little bit more. So this is going to be a little bit lighter. This is going to be a little bit darker than the lighter. So it's going to be a graduation from lighter, darker to dark, okay? And that's what's going to make it look really cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to comb all this through. You see? Just slick it all out. Wait a few more minutes till it's the lighter shade that I want, and I'm going to shower and show you guys what it looks like. But look, you can already see how light it's getting. So it's lighter. You can see right now. It's lighter. It's darker. It's darker. And then it becomes really dark. Look at that. You can totally see the color right there. Now that I've combed it all I'm doing is I'm going through and I'm spreading out my hair and making sure there's no spots that I've missed on accident or that I think that are still a little bit too dark. So if there are, just grab those spots like I just did and just run some color on them. And you do want to comb it as well. So you see that spot that I just did? Then I'm just going to comb it. And this is lightening very nicely, you can see. Okay, so this might actually happen to you like it's happened to me. Look at how beautiful the graduation color is. But the bleach has become dry, so look at my hair, it's just like sticking together. You don't want that because your bleach will stop working. So I'm going to mix up a little bit more and I'm going to run it through. Okay, so I mixed up a little bit more and now we're just going to continue running it through. Okay, so I'm just going to be drawing on some more stripes like this, just to reactivate the bleach, because when it dries, it stops working. Okay, so I'm just going to do that to this side as well. And don't panic, this is going to turn out lovely. Okay, once it's through, you're going to comb it, because you want this bleach to be wet. If you feel that it's still too dry, you can just totally do this and get the bleach and put it on the ends of the hair like this. Work it in and then comb it. Okay, it's shower time. You can see how light it's lifted. Look at this. This is practically like a blondish color. And I don't want to go super, super light, but it has lifted the majority. The top still needs a little bit lifting. So what you could do, which is optional, if your top has not lifted yet as quick as your bottom has, you can take this whole section here. Watch. Let me take this whole section and we're going to pin this up. While this is lifting, I'm going to get in the shower and I'm going to wash this off. Not wetting that, obviously. Okay, guys, so this is the finished product. I just curled it and I'm going to run my fingers through my curls so you guys can see the final look. This was the only streak right here that I think turned out just a pinch too light, but it doesn't matter. It's underneath anyways. So check it out. So let's run the fingers through and you guys tell me what you think of the color. What do you think? It's not blonde because I didn't want it blonde, but I did want it lighter, a much, much lighter shade of brown, and that's what it turned out to be like. Look at that. And then the underneath portion of it, check it out. So you see the graduation in the color that I was telling you about? How it goes from here. Let me straighten the hair so you can see. You see how it goes from light, light, light to medium to lighter. I mean, that made no sense. Light, 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 medium to darker. And it blends all very, very well. Let me turn around. You guys can see the finished look. I'll section it off so you guys can see. This was the one section. This was another section. But it all lays very, very beautifully. And it's not so dramatic. So when I walk out, it's not like, oh, I have these blonde ends with these dark, dark roots. No, it's more of a gradual, like I said. So I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial. I hope you guys give me a thumbs up. I give this a thumbs up. I love the color. It's very, very summery. Very spring, very summery. And, make a comment down below and share it with your friends. I'm Christina Marie. I'm out. Bye.